afternoon and welcome to another engine run outdoors for the first time in 2025. This is the second video of the day for me, second engine. What I've got on the stand today is a freshly rebuilt, or at least bearings replaced, OS FS20 engine. Now this was an engine I believe that I got from eBay in a, I don't even remember, it was maybe just a really good eBay deal, I think. So this engine does not belong to me. This is another of my friend's engines. This is Steve. Steve, this is your engine. This will be the first time it's ever been run since the rebuild, the first time I've ever run it. So I've got the high-speed needle set to 2 terms open from fully closed. I've got some fresh 5% fuel, and there is an OSF plug in here that glows. It looks like it's glowing fine to me, and I believe it may be the plug that came in the engine. I'm not sure. What I've got on here as far as the propeller goes is I've got a Top Flight PowerPoint 10.5 prop. Now, on the previous run, my tachometer was showing the battery indicator. I think it'll hold out for this run, but hopefully it will. It may not, and I don't have a replacement battery with me on hand, unfortunately. So, it's a beautiful day here in Pickett, even though the weather widget says Rosendale. It's Pickett, Wisconsin, 51 degrees, partly cloudy skies, and I'm wearing these gloves because this is going to generate a little bit of wind chill, plus it protects my hands a little bit more. But without any more words, let's just get to running this engine and see how she runs. I didn't do is I didn't determine which way full throttle is. So that's full throttle, is back. So let's prime it. Not started at full throttle. Okay, so I think the low speed needle is in need of a little bit of adjustment. It's not a low speed needle on this carb, it's an air bleed. And I'm trying to remember what that really needs at this point. I think I've got a screwdriver that I might be able to get in there and adjust it with. I'm just not sure which way. I just made a little tweak to it. I think I pulled it out, which would have leaned it. So we'll see what happens. This throttle is loose. Maybe not. Seems like it's going an awful lot of directions there. Let me get a screwdriver here. I don't know if this is going to be the right size. No, it's not. I thought. I didn't think it had that much throw. Let's see if we can fire this thing up again. I hit the choke knob on it, that's why it died there. It leaned it out too much that time. so that's a smoking nice little engine. I really like that. It runs really well. I think obviously it needed a little bit of air bleed adjustment, and it might need a little bit more, but the thing with the air bleed adjustment, Steve, particularly for you, is that it's very dry here. Air bleeds are very much affected by humidity conditions. Now I know where you live, it's going to be, in Georgia, is going to be much more humid, so this is the settings for that low speed or that air bleed adjustment are not going to be the same for you as they are for me here. Now I've got it pretty close. I'm not going to bother tweaking that low speed any more than that. It was running fine. It has a nice little idle. It's a nice little engine. Now the other thing is, like I said, that plug, it glowed fine. It looked all right, but it's a used plug, so a new plug would probably be very helpful. This choke mechanism that's on here, the spring, doesn't work like it's supposed to, and it doesn't just keep it open. So if you accidentally close it, it's going to obviously kill the engine. So personally, I would just get rid of that choke mechanism. I looked at the spring thing and I was unable to figure out how to make that spring work the way it's supposed to. But I mean, it's a wonderful little engine, Steve. I think you're going to be really happy with it. And I hope all of you are happy with this run, because it's been a beautiful day. It's been 2 very successful runs, and this thing just barely sips fuel. I mean, well, barely. So that's just another fantastic running OS 4-stroke engine. Thank you all for watching. This is supposedly going to be the final one. I don't know. I don't like the angle. I'm just going to keep trying.